were two position groups on the Indianapolis Colts that were really brought up in talent, that were really brought up to another level. You look at edge rusher, you look at the addition of Unique Ngakoue, and you have Kwity Paye. You look at the depth, Tyquan Lewis, as long as he stays healthy. You look at what the Colts have at edge rush, it's going to be so much better than it was last year. And then the second position group, the one that we're going to talk about today, is cornerback. You look at last year, we had Xavier Rhodes on and off the field, wasn't even the greatest last year. Isaiah Rodgers was, kind of learning. That's one way to say about him, but he was still pretty good while he was kind of learning. And Kenny Moore is one of the best slot corners in the league. So you have a very, last year it was an iffy room, and then, especially when Xavier Rhodes, when we weren't going to resign Xavier Rhodes, when free agency hit, this room was one of the worst rooms in the entire NFL cornerback-wise, not regarding Kenny Moore, more so regarding the, the boundary, the outside. Stephon Gilmore is going to change that. Stephon Gilmore changes that narrative. When we signed Stephon Gilmore, you can look and see how much of an impact that is going to have on this room. Not just now. You look at Isaiah Rodgers, you see how talented he is. You see his ability to catch up with the receiver. You see his ability to recover with his elite speed. He has the ball skills of some very good wide receivers in the league. He has amazing ball skills. You look at the kid, he's very talented. He could be a fantastic number 2 option. And then learning behind Stephon Gilmore, maybe he could become the number 1. Maybe he could become the number 1 option when Gilmore leaves. Gilmore has 2 years here. And while Gilmore is here, if Isaiah Rodgers blossoms, we have 2 number 1 corners. So there's so much potential with this room. Then you have Kenny Moore in the slot. And, Brandon Fashion is a depth piece. Who else do we have for the depth piece? Let's see. We got Rodney Thomas was a guy that was drafted. Very athletic, very athletic. Marvell Tell's a guy that's coming back. I don't expect him to make too much of a difference. But, man, you really look through the cornerbacks this year compared to last year. Really didn't have much depth. Rock Ya-Sin wasn't it. I'd much rather Isaiah Rodgers at number 2 than Rock Ya-Sin. Isaiah Rodgers showed more in 1 year than Rock showed in 3 years. And, you can't be scared even though Isaiah Rodgers was only a 6th round pick. Can't be scared to throw him in if he's playing better than a 2nd round pick. Rock Ya-Sin wasn't very fast. He was on the slower side. Caused a lot of penalties. Just got beat a lot. The kid just wasn't cutting it. So you trade him to the Las Vegas Raiders in return for Unique Ngakoue. When Unique Ngakoue, is an incredible talent that is going to come off the edge. Not the greatest in the run game, but he is going to absolutely help this cornerback room even more. Last year, the cornerback room didn't have much help with them pass rush-wise, but they were still okay. They still found a way to, mask that. And that was one thing Matt Eberflus was really good at. He found a way to mask how bad the corners were last year. They really were not good. Isaiah Rodgers, I'm not saying he's not bad, but when you put Isaiah Rodgers at number 1 when he's not ready, he's struggling. He's just trying to learn. That's not a recipe for success. Now, this year, I would be much more comfortable with Isaiah Rodgers covering number 1. Would I be as comfortable as Stephon Gilmore covering number 1? No. But I would be much more comfortable this year because Isaiah Rodgers has a whole another year under his belt. That's really his first year that he played. And now he has a full offseason to study and to learn from Stephon Gilmore. So I would absolutely not be terrified to put Isaiah Rodgers on number 1. But it wouldn't be the best option. It wouldn't be the, amazing. But, man, you got to be excited for this cornerback room. You look at it last year compared to this year, this is definitely, besides the pass rush, this is probably the most improved room for the Indianapolis Colts. Now, wide receiver, you could argue wide receiver as well, but we just don't know yet. We just don't know. Is Alec Pierce going to be healthy? Is Alec Pierce going to play well. We don't know. Is he going to have rookie dust? Is he going to be nervous? Is he going to struggle? Is he going to have that rookie feel to him? Absolutely. But will he outperform rookie year expectations? Paris Campbell just can't stay healthy, so that's just a big question mark there. Ashton Dillon, Patman has been making noise in training camp, but yeah, man, is the cornerback room for the Indianapolis Colts the most improved room for this Colts team? After pass rush, I'd say so. Especially when you consider the jump that Isaiah Rodgers is going to make, that we hope he's going to make. Stephon Gilmore, who's going to teach the young Isaiah Rodgers. Kenny Moore in the slot. Cooper Kupp, the guy that just broke the record for yards, said that was his hardest matchup all year. His cornerback room is going to be solid. Regarding any injuries, it's going to be an amazing cornerback room. So, you guys let me know your thoughts on that. Thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. And if you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, put that post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. This is JDW Sports Talk Show, and I am signing off.